Welcome to Gentle Yoga. This is Leo Gray on behalf of Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center in Palm Springs. Please visit us online at urbanyoga.org or Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center on Facebook to check out our schedule. We have classes every day on Zoom and several days a week for local folks in the Palm Springs area. You can meet us outdoors at a safe distance with your mask and practice with some teachers in person and other students, of course. Online, in addition to the schedule, you'll find a tip jar where you can make contributions online to support the classes we're offering. You can contribute via Zelle or Venmo or PayPal. We'll start out today sitting or kneeling if you prefer. You don't have to sit the way I'm sitting. I'm going to sit just like this, but just whatever is comfortable for you is fine. And it's okay to shift in your seat. We're not looking to be statues. If what is comfortable now isn't comfortable in a minute or two, get comfortable again, as many times as necessary. If you like, close your eyes. Just notice your breath to get started, letting it slow down and get deeper. Feel your contact with the ground, with your mat. Maybe you're sitting on some props. Just check in with grounding. And from that nicely grounded seat, thinking your way up the spine to the crown of your head. Think of the crown of your head rising as you breathe in. And feel for that grounding contraction in your seat as you breathe out. Observe the movements of this slower, deeper breathing and the sensations that these movements bring. And scan your body to take in whatever other sensations are present for you. Noting in particular anything unpleasant or unwanted, any stiffness, any soreness, anything you wish felt differently in that body. Maybe think of sending your breath to any such trouble spots that are making themselves known. If you don't have any, speaking up, congratulations on that. We note whatever issues we detect as we start so we can keep them in mind during practice, remembering that each of us is always welcome to skip or modify any part of the practice. There's always room to do less than what I'm doing, do more than what I'm doing, do something different. Anytime your attention is drawn away from observing your breath and noticing what's going on in your body, just gently redirect and come back to these intentions of self-observation and self-care. And if it's in your practice to add a personal intention, you can do that as well, something just for you, in addition to these shared intentions. With our intention set, let's share 3 deep cleansing breaths. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth with a sighing sound. Let your eyes open if you've got your eyes closed. Let's take the leg that's in front of the other one, or if you don't have one in front of the other, shift to a position where one leg's in front of the other. Support your leg with the arm on the same side, whatever grip works for you. Let your foot be limp, let your ankle be loose. And smoosh your fingers between your toes. Slowly and gently move your foot in circles to open your ankle up. Let's take a few circles in the other direction as well. Release your toes. Support the weight of your leg with both arms. Whatever grip works for you, it doesn't have to look just like that. Make circles with the leg, rocking your femur and your hip side. Just whatever degree of movement is accessible then. Inviting openness, not forcing anything. Change direction. Let this leg down, then lift the other one. Let the foot hang. Catch your toes. And make slow, gentle circles here too. Change direction. Then release your toes. Cradle your leg. Make those bigger circles. Your leg. Change direction. And let your leg down. Comfortable again. Inhale, bring your heart forward, let your head tip back. Exhale to draw your heart back and let your head tip forward. Continue at the pace of your own breath. Let's make some circles. As you come forward, go over to one side. As you go back, go to the other. And maybe keep that same breathing, inhaling on the forward half and exhaling on the backward half. Or maybe just let the rhythm of the breath go, if that's too much to keep in your head. Change direction. Try to lead with the heart. After your next exhale, sit up nice and tall again. Reach your hands out to the sides, rest your fingertips on the floor. Inhale, lift your left arm up alongside your head. Exhale, reach to the right, feeling full length from your hip up through your fingertips. Inhale to come upright. As you exhale, come into a twist with the left hand behind you, your right hand on your left leg. Inhale to lengthen up. Exhale, invite your body to twist some more. Exploring that with each breath to find enough twist. Doesn't have to be as far as you can possibly go. feels beneficial. Let yourself unwind and come back to center. Inhale, raise your right arm. Exhale, reach to the left. Inhale to come up. As you exhale, come into that seated twist. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, twist some more. Let yourself unwind and come back to center. Let your chin come towards your chest. Slowly and gently move your head in circles. Roll your ear towards your shoulder. Look up towards your ceiling and on over to the other shoulder. If you encounter tight spots, you could pause and rock back and forth over the tight spots. Do a little more TLC. Any problem areas? When you finish the next circle, take a few in the other direction. And when you finish the next circle, lift your chin and look forward. And let's come up onto our hands and knees. Lining your hips up over your knees, shoulders over your wrists, or if that's too much on your wrists, shoulders a bit behind the wrists with the hands further forward like that. Feel into the whole palm. Make sure your hands are open way up. Reach back with your left foot and press against the ball of your foot. With an inhale, reach your right arm forward, thumb pointing up. To go further, if you like, on an inhale, pick your left foot up and reach straight back to the sole of your foot. And if you like, bend your knee and reach back, see if you can catch your foot or ankle, kick against your hand, and lift your knee and your chin. Release and lower down. Inhale to bring your heart forward, let your head and tailbone go up. Exhale to draw your heart up and let your head and tailbone come down. Take 2 or 3 more rounds of breath with that. Count pose. Count pose. back to table. Reach back and press the ball of your right foot against the floor. And then now reach your left arm forward. If you like, pick your right foot up, reach straight back through the sole of your foot. And if you like, bend your knee and reach back, see about taking the bind. Release and lower down and take a few rounds of those cow and cat breaths again. After your next exhale, come back to table. And you're going to step the left foot up between the hands. You could use blocks under your hands to make this a little easier. Give you more room to move your leg. Lay your left foot here, knee above the ankle. And bring your hands to your knee, lift your torso. If you feel unsteady, maybe widen the stance. Take out more of the width of the mat until you feel steadier. Check that this knee's above this ankle. This hip's above this knee, and this ankle is behind this knee. That'll help us be steady. Some people would rather engage the foot like that, then have the top of the foot down, so there's another option too. Exhale, sink forward in your hips. And inhale to glide back. This movement can be as small or as big as you want. You can add an arm movement in if you want, raise one arm or both. And palms down. Is back great arms and turn your palms in. The left hand could come back to the knee for steadiness anytime. And from the top of the movement, let's twist. Reach your right hand back and your left hand forward, or drop your left hand to your left knee. You get too wobbly. Come back through center, maybe hands by your heart. Reach your left hand back and your right hand forward, or bring your right hand to your knee. Come back through center. Bring your hands down and switch legs. Bring the left knee back to the floor. Step your right foot forward. Bring your hands to your knee or thigh. And lift your torso upright. Stabilize as needed. When you're ready, exhale, sink forward. Inhale, glide back. Add in the arms when and if you like. And then twist to the left. Come back to center. And twist to the right. Back to center. Bring your hands down. Maybe just rest your fingertips. We're going to step to a forward fold. Step your left foot up to meet your right. Let your arms and your head hang down. You could keep blocks into your hands if you want. To stabilize, you can let your arms hang. Sway side to side, bending one leg than the other. Maybe your hands drag on the floor or hang in the air, or hold on to your elbows. Slowly nod your head. Shake your head. Inhale, lift up halfway, press your hands to your shins. Feel the crown of your head move forward away from your tailbone. Exhale, relax down. Inhale, roll up to standing, hands overhead, palms together. Exhale, bring your hands to your arms. Let your hands fall to your sides. Lift your left shoulder towards your ear. Shift it back and let it down. And your right shoulder up and back and down. Inhale, reach out to the sides. Exhale, reach for your shoulder blades, hug yourself. Bring your chin towards your shoulder. Let it roll down to your sternum and up to the other shoulder. Down to your sternum. Back up again. Face front. Inhale, open. Exhale, cross the opposite way. Bring your chin to your shoulder. Roll it down past your sternum. Up to the other side. And back again. Face front. Inhale, spread your wings. Exhale, let your arms down. Inhale, out and up. Interlace your fingers, reach your palms towards the ceiling, and look up at your hands and lift up your heart. With an inhale, bring yourself upright. As you exhale, bend to the right. Feel the length through both arms and try to keep your left heel down. You might bend your right knee a little and go deeper. Inhale to come upright. As you exhale, bend to the left. Inhale to come up. Exhale, let your arms come down. And after I take a sip of water, we will start some sun salutations. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank. Knees down is another option if you prefer a shorter plank. Open your hands way up, let your hips come down in line with your knees and your shoulders. When you inhale, think of your heart reaching up towards the ceiling. So neat sensation feels like your arms get longer when you do that. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down, keeping your elbows in close to your body. Don't stop breathing. Press into your hands, inhale, lift your head and chest to whatever height is open in your lower back. Maybe it's low, maybe it's higher, just listen to your own body. Exhale, rock back past the table, curl your toes under, press into your feet to lift your knees, and press into your hands to lift your tail. Then pedal your feet up and down, letting the back of your body lengthen. In our first downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, down. Step back to plank. This time as you lower, if you want, just go halfway. Go all the way if you want. Inhale, bring your heart forward. Exhale, back and up. You can always pass through table if you like. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, down. Step back to plank. You could always go right from plank to downward dog. Or exhale, lower. Inhale, come forward. Then exhale back to downward dog. Take 3 cleansing breaths and then make your way to child's pose for a minute. Vary your child's pose any way you like. It might be active, it might be passive. Your knees might be wide like mine, and they might be closer together. Check in with your breath and scan your body. And now bring yourself forward and up from child's pose to table. Throw your toes under, press into your feet to lift your knees, and press into your hands to lift your tail. Downward dog. And we're just going to rock forward from downward dog to plank. Inhale, glide forward. And exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Reach your arms out to the sides. Arms grabbing the floor. Walk your right hand in towards you and press away from the floor with that arm. So you rock up onto your left hip. Let the left side of your head press on the floor. You could stay there. That might seem like a lot. If you want to go further, you could raise your right leg away from your left leg, opening scissors. And let the heel drift back. If you want, you can try bending your knees, see how that feels. If it feels okay, let the weight of your leg hang and see what happens. Your foot may drift towards the floor, but don't push it down, just let it hang. If you want to go even further, you might try reaching your right hand up and like an owl turning your head, rotate your arm in the shoulder socket. You might also try reaching the back of your hand to your lower back. Then you can do this arm extension without the leg extension or the leg without the arm. We're doing both like this, or skipping both. Some deep opening on the left shoulder here. Body weight pressing it back against the floor. You come out nice and slowly as we came in. If you moved your right hand, bring it back here and plant it to stabilize. And then if you moved your right leg, lift the foot, extend the leg, and then bring it forward and lower it down. And then walk this right hand back out and back onto your belly. You could rest on one cheek or rest on your chin for a few breaths. What difference can you notice between the left shoulder and the right? There's no wrong answer. Notice whatever's there. Coming back to center if you're resting on your cheek. Walk your left hand in and come up onto your right hip. Stay there, or if you like, raise your left leg. Maybe let it drift back. Bend your knee and see what happens. One side might not want the same thing as the other side, and that's fine. If you like, reach your left arm up and explore some rotation and or that half bind. Not required to have those cracking and popping sounds. If you've moved your left hand, bring it back and plant it by your chin. And if you've moved your left leg, take your time to rewind and bring it back over by the other leg. Walk your left hand back out, back onto your belly, rest on your chin or on one cheek for a few breaths. Bring your hands in by your hips, still palms back. Inhale, lift your chin, lift your feet, lift your hands, lift your chest, maybe lift your knees, reach your fingers and toes back. Exhale, slowly lower down and rest on your chin or on one cheek. If you're resting on your cheek, come back to your chin. Bend your legs, reach your heels towards your butt. One side at a time, reach back. Take hold of your foot or ankle or pant leg. If you can't quite do that, you could use a strap over the tops of the feet or ankles, with one end of the strap in each hand, and take the binds with the aid of the strap. Inhale, lift your chin, kick against your hands, maybe your knees lift, maybe you lift your chest, and breathe. Exhaling, relax down, keep the grip at first. Let the knees down if they're up, let the chest down, let the chin down. Then let the hands down. Let the legs wag back and forth, kind of like windshield wipers. A nice release in the lower back. And let your legs down. Bring your hands up under your shoulders. Inhale, press against the floor, lift your head and chest. Exhale, rock back, pass to your table. Cross your ankles. Walk your hands in towards your knees, roll over your ankles, or tip onto one hip and swing your legs around. So we all end up sitting up like this. Foot legs extended forward. I'm at the wrong end of the mat for my water on the block side. Legs extended forward. Feet flexed back. Grounded in the seat, nice and tall. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Then exhale to fold down over your legs. Let your knees bend if they want to. On each inhale, think of the crown of your head reaching forward some more. On each exhale, think of lowering some more. Inhaling, walk your hands up the front of your legs. Sit up. Use your arms to nudge your legs apart to whatever degree is okay for you. Keep letting your arms help your legs. Bring the left foot over to the right thigh or right knee. You could put a block under your knee here if it doesn't feel good to have that leg hanging. Pivot your torso towards your right foot and flex that right foot back towards you. Inhale, reach out and up overhead. Exhale, fold down over your leg. Take a couple breaths. Sweep your right arm out to the side and turn your head to the right. Point your thumb towards the floor. Reach for your left hip and draw your right shoulder back. You extend your arm and bring your right hand back over by your left hand for a couple breaths. Sweep your left arm out and turn your head to the left. Turn your thumb down, reach towards your right hip, and draw your left shoulder back. Extend your arm, turn your thumb up again, reach your arm up alongside your ear, left hand coming overhead towards your right hand. Reach back up and back out, and bring your arm all the way across. Left hand comes back to the right hand. Walk your hands up your leg and sit up. Using your arms to help extend your left leg. Bend the right leg, bring your foot across. Support the knee if you want to. Pivot your torso. Flex your foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Open your left arm and turn your head to the left. Turn your thumb down, reach towards your right hip, and drawing the left shoulder back. Extend your arm. And bring your left hand back to your right hand. Reach your right arm out. Turn your head to the right. Turn your thumb down. Reach towards your left hip. Draw your right shoulder back. Extend your arm. Turn your thumb back up. Reach overhead towards the other hand. Reach up and out. Bring your right hand back to your left hand. Walk your hands up your leg. Extend the right leg. Nudge your legs towards each other. Bring the soles of your feet together with a big space between your heels and your pelvis. Grab the mat reaching over your ankles or under your ankles. And walk your hands forward on the mat. Let your neck disengage and breathe into the middle of your lower back. Slowly walk your hands back and sit up again. Keeping your feet together, bring them in as close as you can. Interlace your fingers, hold your toes in your hands. Wiggle on your seat to bring the bones closer to the ground and tilt your pelvis forward. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Exhale, hinge at your hips, pull forward with your spine long at first. See how far that might go. And when the long spine will stop lowering, you can let your head lower and breathe into your hips. Inhale, slowly sit up. Bring your hands to your knees, lift your knees towards each other. Rest your hands on the ground, out past the mat. Wiggle your feet out by the edges of the mat. Let your knees go back and forth. As they go down to one side, you can turn your head to the other side. Bring your feet in closer, about hip width apart. Two fists next to each other is about the same width as your hip sockets, or a block on the middle position. You can scoot towards your heels and come onto your back, or come onto your back and then draw your heels in. So that when you're lying down, your heels are as close to your butt as they'll go. Maybe reach down with your hands. Perhaps you can touch your heels. If you have blocks, you could put a block between your knees on that same middle position, so your knees are hip width apart like ankles. Press into the soles of your feet. Inhale, lift your hips up to bridge pose. For a deeper heart opening, if you like, wriggle your shoulder blades in towards each other. And clasp your hands under you and reach your knuckles towards your heels. If you do that or not, check in and see that your head is resting on the ground and your neck is relaxed. If you're taking that bind, unclasp your hands, exhale, slowly lower down. Explore floating up and down in bridge for a minute at your own pace. Challenge yourself to whatever degree you might want to. Maybe you need extra breaths at the bottom of the movement. Maybe you want to try some at the top. Let's see about moving more slowly or coming up higher or repeating that bind. If you want, you can keep floating on bridge, or you can take straight up like I do. Lift up, put a block or other prop under your sacrum, and come down to rest on that support. Let the props do the work. Think of sending your breath to that part of your back that's supported, sending your breath through the block. Press into the soles of your feet. Inhale, lift up off your support. Slide it out of there. As you exhale, slowly let yourself back down. And pause, regrounding after you land. Move any props well out of the way. Bring your knees towards your chest and hug your knees. Rock and roll to massage your back against the floor. Put your right foot down again, cross your left ankle above your right knee. Reach your arms to the sides. If your legs fall to the right, turn your head to the left and try to keep your shoulders grounded. And just let your breath bring you out. Slowly bring it all back up to center. Plant your left foot. Cross your right ankle above your left knee. Twist the other way, let your legs go to the left and your head to the right. Gently bring it all back to center. Draw your knees in, reach your feet up to the ceiling, reach your hands up to grab your legs or your feet, and play with bending and straightening your arms and legs. Whatever type and degree of movement feels good to you. You can invert for as long as you like. Whenever you feel complete, make your way to your final resting pose, which might be corpse pose with your legs extended, feet splayed open, and hands out at your sides. But you can conclude practice in any posture where you'll be comfortable. So if you're not comfortable like this, get comfortable. And that can look like anything at all. You might return to focusing on your breath where you started, or reflect upon an intention you had chosen for your practice today. Or just let your mind detach and drift. Start to find some deeper breaths. Slowly begin moving bit by bit. Let the movements gradually grow bigger. Take your time, move mindfully. And when you're ready for bigger movements, you can gently make your way up to a seat or to kneeling if you prefer. And bring your hands up by your heart. Thank you for sharing practice today. The light within these seeds and on this light within each of you. Namaste.